Are you thinking about switching careers into a data-related role? Maybe you're in marketing, sales, or something totally different, and you've seen all these data analyst or software developer jobs and thought, could I do that? In this video, I'll walk you through 10 practical tips to help you make the switch without going back to university, quitting your job, or getting overwhelmed by all the buzzwords. Whether you're aiming for a data analyst, a business intelligence, or even a data engineer role, this video will give you some clear tips. Let's get started. There are many skills you can learn if you want to get into a data role. You've got SQL, Python, Tableau, Power BI, Excel, and many more. One of the biggest mistakes I see is trying to learn everything at once. Don't do that. It's much better and easier to start with one skill. You'll understand the basics of working with data, the basics of the language, and you'll start to get some practice with one language or tool. You'll encounter problems as you go and learn how to solve them, which makes you a better analyst or developer. If you want a clear beginner to advanced roadmap for learning SQL, check out my SQL roadmap. You'll find the link in the description. In terms of technologies or skills to learn first, I recommend SQL. I may be a bit biased, but I think it's a good first step. It's the foundation of almost every data role. It's also easier to get your first wins with. Once you're confident writing SQL queries, everything else gets easier. You don't need to be a stats genius, but you do need to interpret numbers and explain what they mean. Managers want people who can translate numbers into insights. It's one thing to show the results of a query or to show a bar chart. It's another thing to explain what it means and how it answers the questions that people have. To do this, practice asking yourself questions about the data, such as, what does this chart tell me? Or what action would I take if I saw this in a report? This is a skill you can build with tools like Excel, Google Sheets, Power BI, or Tableau. Start small and practice. That leads nicely into tip number 3, which is regular practice. You don't learn data skills by watching videos. You learn by doing. There's this concept in the online software development education area online called tutorial hell, which means you just keep watching tutorials online without taking any action or doing any of the programming. Try to avoid doing that with learning your data skills as well. Even if it's just 20 minutes a day, pick a data set and start asking questions. Where did sales go up? What's the most common product? Who are the top 5 customers? Sites like Kaggle or the 8-week SQL challenge are perfect for this. This builds real-world skills and gives you material for a portfolio. Don't wait until you're ready to build a portfolio. Start now. Take each small project or challenge and turn it into a short post. Write down what the dataset is, what questions did you ask, and what was the result. You can write about this on GitHub and have your files stored in the same repository, or write about it on LinkedIn, or use a Notion page or any other platform. This tip of building a portfolio helps you better understand the work you are doing and the skills you are building. It's also a great way to show future employers your skills. This is underrated, but it's what separates average analysts from great ones. When someone asks for a report on customer churn, don't just pull a table and send the results to them. Ask this person some questions. What do you mean by churn? What time period? Are we including trial users? This helps you better understand their request. It also helps you both understand the data and ensure you're on the same page. As a business analyst in my day job, my role revolves around asking questions to clarify things. We can get into a tough spot if the stakeholders, I, and the team think we're talking about the same thing but are talking about different things. So asking the right questions gets better results. How can you practice this? You can ask questions about your own work or the data sets you're practicing on. Ask yourself, what am I measuring and why does it matter? You don't need a job title to start working with data. If you're already working, look for ways to bring data into your current role. Track your team's tasks in a spreadsheet. Visualize your sales numbers. Analyze survey responses. I do this often in my role as a business analyst. Most of the time, my role involves analysing requirements, working with stakeholders, documentation, user stories, and helping the team answer questions. But I often find myself getting involved in data analysis. A recent project I worked on involved user authority in a financial institution, and another project was around reporting usage. Each of these tasks added value to the team at the time and helped them make decisions. This gives you experience and real examples to talk about in interviews. Networking in the traditional sense feels cringy. But here's the better version. Follow people in data on LinkedIn. Read what they are writing about, comment on posts, share your own learning journey. Two people I've followed recently are Alex Freeberg and Jess Ramos. They both post insightful and helpful content on LinkedIn. So whether you follow these people or others, you'll learn faster and start getting noticed. You don't need to be amazing at maths, but you should be comfortable with a few concepts such as averages and medians, percentages and growth rates, and trends over time. This helps you to know which technique to use when, and explain it to others who you are presenting the data to. If you get into a role where you need to know more advanced maths or statistics, you can learn it then. Data can mean a lot of things. Knowing the different types of jobs in the industry can really help when you're looking to get one of these roles. The roles can vary between company, but here's a quick summary. A data analyst runs queries, builds dashboards, and explains trends. A business analyst works closely with stakeholders and software development teams, often lighter on SQL. A data engineer builds pipelines and infrastructure and is heavier on coding. A data scientist uses statistics and machine learning to make predictions. Pick one that fits your strengths and interests and go deep into what's required for that role. If you're watching this and have a different understanding of what the job roles are, let me know and leave a comment below. The final tip, number 10, is that you don't need a degree. Some job ads mention degrees, but most hiring managers just want to know if you can do the work. If you've got a portfolio that demonstrates your skills, real projects, and clear communication skills, you're in a good position to get into a data role. Especially in this era, you can often learn what you need for a data role online or in boot camps. There's less of a reliance on degrees. If you're serious about changing careers into data, start with one skill. I recommend SQL. Build a practice habit. Show your work publicly with a portfolio and write about it. Learn to ask better questions. You don't need a degree to get started. You just need a plan and a little consistency. And if you want to see a real example of how to create a portfolio project from scratch, watch this video next, where I walk through setting up an SQL project using a public dataset. Thanks for watching.